I got cut off, but I was talking about how I have been vetted possibly by U.S. government because I was in the same room of former presidents and I was media. The point is, full disclosure, I've been a member of Amazon. I've been a member of Sam's Club, Costco, and BJ's Warehouse. You know what the difference between Live Good is? With Live Good, we have an affiliate compensation plan armed to it. That's why you want to get into Live Good. I don't care how famous you are. You can be Samuel L. Jackson. Either you want to get in Live Good, or you want to get some of your family or people you love in Live Good. Why? Because Live Good is literally changing lives around the globe. Let me tell you something. Why they are is yes, it's what we would call an affiliate or network marketing company. But it's one of the pioneers of a brand new way of doing business. I didn't know this as much as I do now. The majority of affiliate marketing or network marketing companies, what they do is they overcharge for their products. Oh, I knew that. Boy, did I know that. And a lot of times they want to do something called auto ship for those of you who don't know. Boy, do I know that. Woman, do I know that. But see, here's what Live Good does. We earn our money as affiliates, that is, and members, especially affiliates. The money we earn gets paid off directly from the membership. What does that mean to you, the public? Or the famous people that I called out, like Taylor Swift, Samuel L. Jackson, Magic Johnson. I forgot to call out LeBron James, and of course Michael Jordan. Maybe former Pittsburgh Steeler, Ben Roethlisberger. Hey, I'm a fellow Pittsburgher, and you were on my team. Well, not my team, but the Steelers. If you ever hear this, Ben, get your people into Live Good. Let me throw something at you. Don't worry. I'm just speaking metaphorically. Listen. I have been in businesses for many, many, many years, at least 12. Affiliate marketing and network marketing. Most of them will tell you they're going to promise you this, they're going to promise you that. And trust me, all those videos you see on YouTube about free webinars or social media, most of them, well, let's just say that I think some of their ethics are, let's just say, ethically challenged. Not Live Good. You know, you see, Live Good is legitimate. I myself have been paid 3 separate times, and I didn't even know I was paid. Now, you might think, well, you drinking something? No. I had it set up for any payments that I earn to go directly into my financial institution. To put it another way, you know how like you might have a subscription and the company automatically deducts it out of your account, whatever it is, a bank account, whatever it may be, they take it out. 3 separate times, Live Good put money into my account. Now, this past Friday, and this is August the 6th, this past Friday, you know what happened? I looked at my alerts from my financial institution. I was like, where did that money come from? And then I read, and you know what it said? It said Live Good. Here's what I want to tell you. It's not a lot yet, but it will be. But here's what I noticed. Every time I get paid, I get more money. Every time I earn money, it's more. Now, y'all might be thinking I'm trying to hype this. I am a talk show host. Done it for practically 20 years. I started in 2004. I ended it for different reasons. The place where I was doing it started to do some things they should not have been doing. So I left, because if you ain't doing right, I leave. I have another phrase, but I'm not going to say it now. But when people are doing wrong, I disassociate with them. I may still love them, but I can't afford it at any price. Now, that being said, there's a song by the late Prince. He had a song called When Doves Cry. About 12 years ago, he has the lyrics in that song. He says, maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Well, I started being like Prince's mother from that song. I became very unsatisfied because I was doing my TV series, Humanity Matters Live, with my co-host. For all of you, no matter who you are, you matter. I'm doing we're doing our TV series, Humanity Matters Live. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Google. It's legitimate. I'm legitimate. My personal texting number, 412-559-2731. People that have been presidents of the United States, I would welcome a call from you. Why? Because to me, you matter. I love everybody. I may not like what people do or don't do, but I love people. I love animals too, by the way. But let me get back down to the business at hand. I guess it was about 2011, 2012. I got real unsatisfied. And ironically, it was because somebody tried to kill themselves. And I didn't know the person. I'm going to tell you this. I will tell you the story. One of my late friends named Chris was out and about wherever he was. Somebody said, you know what? I accidentally happened on that TV series, your show with that guy, Al. He said, yeah. He said something. I don't know what he told Chris because I wasn't Chris. He said, I was watching and your friend said something and I didn't kill myself because of that. And guys and gals, that was a great, wonderful compliment. And I was glad that person didn't do that. But it sure was strange because I'm just a regular person. All the glory goes to God. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I love people. I don't care if I do care about if you believe in God. And I actually do care about how you believe in God, but not for the reasons you think. Not because I'm trying to convert anybody. No. You know what the reason is? I'm selfish. I'd like your spirit to go to paradise someday. I know a lot of people don't believe in God anymore, and I can get into some reasons I won't go there. But if you still do, and I believe in God, oh, I can testify, trust me. But, so a guy tells my friend Chris, he didn't kill himself for something I said. So I didn't say anything the next couple episodes. Then later on, Chris tells me somebody else came up to him and said, I was in the hospital. I was feeling terrible. And I saw your show, and something you and Al did made me laugh. And I felt better. So Chris told me that. I said, oh man, I got to do something about this. So I came on one of my episodes, and here's what I told them. I said, I'm glad you didn't kill yourself, and I'm really glad we did something to make your life better. But I got a news flash. And now I'm of Sicilian Italian descent. Really, I'm Sicilian, it's a personal thing, but I'm an American of Sicilian descent. And sometimes I like to play on the so-called stigma or stereotypes. So I actually said it on live TV. I said, it wasn't me, it was God. I'm just the mouthpiece. But really, what I will tell you is it wasn't me, it was God. I'm just the messenger. But why live good? I'll tell you why. Friends, here's the reason. That's the only company that's ever kept their word. But also, I have a challenge for each and every one of you to go to my Facebook page under Albert Torcaso, Torcaso. You may have to scroll down a little bit. I was in the hospital for 9 days, a few weeks ago. And I looked bad. Real bad. and even some of my friends was like, Al, why did you do that? You look like you was half dead. I know it. And I said, I know, that's why I've done it. And all of you might be like, what would this guy do? Why? Because outside of some discomfort from my left leg and foot that I've had now for over a month, and the hospital, by the way, almost killed me, but it didn't help me. No. For the record, it didn't. But that's another video. But let me tell you something. I'm sitting up. Watch some of those videos, and I could not only couldn't I sit up, the pain was so bad that if I would move at all, literally, it felt like somebody was hitting me with a sledgehammer, and my leg would tighten up and feel like a vice grip, but then like a spring being released. We were talking off the charts pain. And that's not an exaggeration, my friends. That's a fact. So, I don't remember if it was the 6th day or the 7th day, but there was one day I couldn't even move to eat anything. Now, most of the time I was able to somehow endure the discomfort or pain and literally lay next to one of the handrails, sometimes with the pillow, sometimes without. And I had to be finding ways to get the food onto my bed because I could not sit up, even with the bed itself. Because when I would try to sit up, my leg would hurt so bad. I wouldn't want if I had what we would call your worst enemy, I wouldn't even want them to go through what I've gone through. Now, I tell you all that because what actually helped me was quite amazing. I'm not going to tell you exactly what helped, but I will tell you this. I will tell you one of the things that helped was, believe it or not, it was, I think it's called Capsin or Capsation, that you can buy at a big box store. It helped, and it took my pain from a level 16 to about an 8. It turned out to be, believe it or not, an 8, which is usually 2 points from the worst pain you ever had. For me, that was a downgrade, a big time. It was manageable. It was painful. Oh, it was painful, but it was manageable. Now, that wasn't prescribed by a doctor. I happened to ask a nurse, do we happen to have some topical cream? I didn't know if it was going to work. She didn't know. Just put it on. Boy, did that stuff burn. It made you feel like you was burning. But it worked. Now let me tell you what didn't work. I can't tell you the exact medicines, but this might be a good thing for the future President of the United States and members of the United States Senate and the House of Representatives to finally get all pharmaceutical companies in check. Not only lower prices, but you all need to put massive restrictions on them. No, I'm not talking about socialized medicine. I'm talking about they could kill you in the hospital. If you have anybody in a nursing home, check on them. In any hospital, facility, I don't care what it is. Even if they get you so mad you just want to scream at them, check on them. Let me tell you what they put in me. I didn't know exactly because I was out of it just about. I was hurting. Let me tell you what they gave me. That did not work. They tried a couple of steroids. And they gave me oxycodone for pain. And did not work. Could have got me addicted, but I fought it. So then, I don't even know what it was, but they gave me some kind of narcotic. And did not work. For 7 days, I was in extraordinary pain. Now, this is going to sound like I'm speaking about the Bible, but in this case, I'm really not. But on the 7th day, I called up my girlfriend. I said, get my sister Rose to bring something that I'm not going to mention here to protect the innocent. Because what it was, I'm going to say it like this: we don't prescribe, we don't treat, we don't diagnose, and we don't cure. But you know what? I am going to tell you what it was. It's something called Factor 4. It's a supplement. So my doctor comes in the next day, and I told him, because I like the doctor, I said, I said, doctor, and I'm not going to say his name, I said, I have a supplement that I use at home that helps me get rid of a lot of inflammation and pain. And I have it here. He says, well, I'm going to need to look at it. I said, I'll tell you what, you can look at it, but you cannot confiscate it. He says, I promise I won't confiscate it. So I told him where the bottle was. He got it. He looked at the ingredients. And if you want to talk about endorsements, this is a gentleman who was actually taught in Western conventional medicine, Westernized medicine. Now, I'm not going to say I speak for all doctors, because I don't, but a lot of doctors talk, let's just say, bad in some ways about nutrients and supplements. And you know what? To some degree, I understand it. But Live Good stuff is real. So this doctor looks at Factor 4 and he says, he turns to me, says, I don't have a problem with you taking it. Here, and he handed it to them. He had the nurse. I actually think he handed it to me. Like I said, I was in a lot of pain, so I don't remember. He said, you could take this. I don't have a problem with it. There's a lot of good stuff in here. When he left, I was saying to myself, wow, I did not expect that. It was great. Now again, we don't treat, we don't diagnose, we don't cure or prescribe. But I'm going to say this, and this is the God's truth. You couldn't get me to give up my Factor 4 for anything. So I took 2 capsules on the 7th day. By the 8th day, I was able to actually do some physical therapy. They had actually come with this team on the 7th day, and I was in so much pain. I literally, no matter how hard I tried, I could not move. So I told them to go away. I tried to be nice about it. They wouldn't listen. So I had to tell them, I said, look, I cannot do it. I want to do it. I can't. And I actually had the nurse and the doctor send them away. Had to. So I took me a couple of Live Good over the next 24 hours. When they showed up, I was able to sit up. For the first time in 8 days, I actually was able to sit up. I needed help, but I was sitting up. So then I asked my sister and my girlfriend and my sister come back, and she wasn't too thrilled, I might add, but I'm glad she did. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Annette. And here's what they brought to me. Now, hold up a minute. I know, but I'm going to show you what they brought to me. Once again, I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Sorry about all that. What I'm about to show you helped me to get home in conjunction with my Factor 4. We don't prescribe, we don't diagnose, we don't treat, and we don't cure. But you can look at my Facebook Live. You can see what I was going through. And not only did I look half dead, I'm going to share this with you. My hair, whoo, boy, it did not look good. You think this is bad? Wait till you see this. Wait till you see these videos. You'll be like, what is this guy? Anyway, I'm going to show you something that I put on my sore leg when it gets sore, or foot. And thank goodness, this doesn't burn. Now, the product I'm about to show you, I refused to actually use it for about 5 months because it's called CBD. It has CBD in it. So I wouldn't use it because I never in my life took any illegal drugs. never smoked, and I never drank. There used to be a song in the 1980s called Goody Two Shoes. If you want to call me that, yeah, mate. You know what? I was. I still am. So when I ordered this, I waited about 5 months, and then I started having some pain. I said, I guess I'll try it. Did not expect anything to happen. Remember, these are considered supplements and what have you. But I'm going to show it to you. So I told the doctor about this. Same doctor that was okay with Factor 4. Take a good look at it, ladies and gentlemen. That's about the 5th or 6th bottle or tube of Live Good pain relief, CBD pain relief cream. I just ordered 2 more last night. I put that on, and I'm just going to say, we don't cure, treat, diagnose, and all that jazz. But let me put it to you this way. I was able to walk and get home on the 9th day. Now, I'm not going to say it was the Factor 4. I'm not even going to say it was the capsaicin cream or this cream, because I'm not God. Here's what I know, though. I know that on the 7th day, before I had any of those 3 things, I couldn't move. One day, I didn't have breakfast, lunch, or dinner because I literally could not move. Believe it. I mean, it was such a high level of discomfort or pain that I was almost writhing in pain. And I had a roommate, not but a roommate. And they know I wasn't kidding. I couldn't help it. It was bad. It was real bad. But I'm not going to say they did it, because we don't treat, cure, diagnose, or prescribe. But I know what didn't do it. All the drugs they were giving me. One last note. Why I say be careful when you go into a hospital. I'm not trying to pick on the hospitals or the doctors or even the pharmaceuticals. But when they do all that stuff and nothing helps, nothing, not anything at all, bad enough. You know what really got me upset and got me heated? One night when I was home, I got home, and that night I had to look for some stuff. We came across some of the medicines I was sent home with and some of the things that they sent me home with. One of the things that really angered me, because I've never taken any drugs ever, except for prescribed. I apologize for that word, but prescribed. Oh, excuse me, I don't know where that came from. I apologize. There used to be a song that said, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, I am for real. Yeah, I know a little bit about some of these songs, trust me. We won't go there, but I'm not the person you think I am. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, but y'all don't believe me, but you'll be all right. I love you anyway. At any rate, what isn't funny is I got home. Do you know what I seen? A box of Narcan. You know, for deadly overdoses. They had a box of Narcan. I called them up and said, why? Why in the world is this in my kit? I don't take drugs. And they didn't give me a good answer. I called my pharmacist. I told her some of the stuff that she was giving me. She said, well, actually, because they were giving you oxycodone and that muscle relaxer, you could have died. That's what she said, off the record. She said that. I didn't say that. She said that. A pharmacist knows about drugs. I said, wait a minute, are you sure? She said, oh, yeah. You could have died. I was so upset. I had to pray about it. I was angry. I was angry. I never took an illegal drug in my life. And for the record, I haven't even puffed on it, so-called marijuana, legal or illegal. Yeah, I guess you could call me a goody two-shoes, and I'm glad. I'm not picking on anybody, but I'm personally glad. I never liked alcohol or any of that stuff. But this Live Good CBD pain relief cream, I will use that for life because I know what it's done. There are things I can't even tell you legally. But for all of you that I've said you need to get into Live Good, It's a membership company. It's kind of like joining Amazon Prime or Sam's Club. Oh, you're going to get your huge discounts. Sometimes up to 90%. No, I'm not joking. But you know what? You can't get paid from Sam's Club. You can't get paid from Amazon, theoretically, or Costco, or BJ's Warehouse. But you can from Live Good. Now, some would say, oh, you can get money back if you have a credit card or a special membership, yes, but not the that you can from Live Good. So I'm going to ask you to do a challenge. Go to Facebook, look up Albert Torcaso, Torcaso. Also look up Timbo, Timbo Miller, Miller. This gentleman is what they call Crown Diamond and Live Good. When you're in as an affiliate or a member, you'll understand. Tim was homeless when he started Live Good at $0.00. Not only was he homeless, but he only had a government-free phone. Not only did he only have a free phone, and he was homeless, he also happened to be in a wheelchair. This is a man who basically had zero at the time, in a wheelchair and homeless. He's not anymore. Tim shares how much he earns per month. Right there on his page, look him up. I'm not going to tell you you're going to get Tim Miller money, but you can if you do what Tim does and what I do. You know how hard it is to succeed and live good? Oh, it's real hard. You know what you got to share? Something you probably never done in your life. You probably never, on social media, you probably never shared a video, right? You never shared a link to a video, did you? I bet even Taylor Swift never done that. Yeah, I know you did, Taylor. By the way, I love your music. You do a great job. I'm proud of you. You don't know me, but I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of Samuel L. Jackson. And a whole lot of you. I'm definitely proud of Brendan Fraser. Congratulations on that Oscar. Man, you were so nice to me when I met you in person. But did you have to jump? Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. He was the guy that was in the Mummy years ago. Well, he's tall. And he did something. I wish I could find this picture. You'd all be cracking up. He's already tall and I look like a shrimp. And he jumped. I said, Brandon. I think it's Brandon. It might be Brandon. I said, man, we got to take another picture because that ain't right. I look so small. I almost look like a little baby. I am not kidding. I used to have it online. I can't find it right now. Makes me mad, kind of, but you would be cracking up. Here's what I can tell you I have. Pretty sure it's still online. I have a picture of myself and Martin Sheen, who was the president in the West Wing. Yeah, I have that. And I have a picture of my bald head, my bald spot. I'm sorry, guys and gals. You'll get a kick out of this one, maybe. You see, I met Samuel L. Jackson in a movie. I think it was an ABC movie. I think it was called In the Line of Doobie. Not Doobie. In the Line of Duty, Mob Justice. So Sam played an undercover cop, an officer. So he's in this scene where he got killed and his dead body's in the car. And I was an extra in that particular movie. And I was dusting for fingerprints, like CSI type of stuff. And when you're an extra, you're lucky if you get a second on screen. So, I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing you're going to see is the back of my head. I think you see almost see my side of my face at one point. Man, it was hilarious, man. I'm like, I'm tired of seeing my bald spot. I've seen that in a lot of movies. In fact, my sister Rose, love Rose, she's my sister. She said, hey, am I going to see your bald spot again? I said, you might. No, I'm not kidding, guys and gals. I know y'all think I'm smoking something. I don't smoke anything, but that really happened. Now, here's the thing, guys. Those of you who've been listening to every 5 minutes of all these videos, 5 minutes at a time, you think I talk a lot of stuff. I do. Only one problem. I legally, ethically, morally back it up. You see, a few weeks ago on Facebook, I finally found the movie and the actual scene. And so I took like a screenshot of me and my bald head at the car. It did not look good. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. It cracked me up, and it was me. Even I had to laugh. But let me tell you something about Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson's people, you are blessed to work with that man. He's blessed to work with you. So it's equal. But boy, ladies and gentlemen, I would love for Samuel L. Jackson or his staff to get in to live good. Sam's a great guy. But I bought him out, even though I didn't know him. He cracked me up. He was supposed to be dead in that car. So when we weren't shooting, he was cracking jokes. And I didn't even know the guy, but Sam's cool. Samuel L. Jackson in real life, he is a nice guy. At least he was to me and the crew. Just cracking jokes. And I'm over there leaning and stuff, and they'll say cut. And he started cracking jokes. He's like, Sam. I said, what? I said, can you shut up? You're supposed to be dead. And we both were cracking up. I'm sorry, Sam. Actually, you cracking me up. Now, I met a few people that were famous that were wonderful. Now, for people slightly older, you might have heard of a guy named Walter Matthau. I met him. Had a picture with him, too. And another guy that was on a show, a little old show in the 60s called Dragnet. Henry Morgan, also known as Harry Morgan. They were in the same movie together. And I wanted to get a picture of him, but I'm like, I was a little bit intimidated. Just a little bit. A wee bit intimidated. So I go over there, and we had just finished eating lunch. And I'm like, Mr. Matthau, could I get a picture? And he was not mean in real life. Y'all might have fell for that stuff. He was not really a grumpy old man, but he cracked me up. He goes, well, we're going to get a picture. Let's go. So I got one. Can't find it right now. But I got a picture with Walter Matthau. Grumpy and grumpier old man. He wasn't really grumpy, but he sure was funny. Good guy. So then I look at Harry or Henry. I said, can I get one? He says, yeah. And you just don't know. That was wonderful. It really was. And I met some other famous people. Now, why do I feel that I could contact multi-billionaires or presidents of the United States? Let me give you a tip, whether you're 18 or the oldest person in America. Now, even Bill Gates, even Jeff Bezos, or Elon Musk, whoever his name is, you know what I mean. You know who I mean. I may not pronounce, what am I drinking over here? I ain't drinking everything. I ain't even drinking anything. Ay, mamma mia. I'm Italian, I can say that over here. Oh, goodness. Don't expect me to edit it out, because I'm real. Now, why have I written of 4 different presidents of the United States? Because they're human beings. Now, I have to admit, meeting Walter Matthau, at that time, it was like only I forget how many movies into it I was into. But it was a little bit shocking to meet people that you've seen on screen. I met a lot of famous people. I met Jodie Foster. I was in a movie you may have heard of. Pretend like y'all didn't hear this. Certain people that believe in the Lord God, you might not want to hear this part. I was in The Silence of the Lambs originally. They never did get me to the set because I was there for like 18 hours and then we left for the next day. That happens in the movies sometimes, even to famous actors. Oh yeah, it does. But somebody famous came in there. I'm not going to mention his or her name. Well, I will just tell you it's a woman, a very famous woman. And for some reason, she was in the what they call extras holding. It was hilarious, actually. This person was asking if anybody had a cigarette. She happened to come over to me, and I don't smoke. And I guess sometimes, like a certain friend of mine, a great friend of mine named Ivan, he said, "Al, you're too much." I said, "Well, he said, you're unbelievable." I always tease him about that. He'll say, "Al?" I said, "What?" He said, "You're unbelievable." I said, "Shut up, Ivan. I love you, Ivan." But anyway, and this is the truth. I actually said this to a very famous woman. I said, "No, I don't have a cigarette. And if I did, I'd never give it to you." And she looked at me like I was being mean. I said, "Oh, it's not because I'm being mean." I said, "I don't believe a beautiful woman of any age should be smoking." And I don't remember if I said it, but I probably did, because I'm like that. I'm like, I don't want to see you get sick and die from cancer or something else. Yeah, I've gone there, guys and gals. Trust me, I've done it. I said, and I would rather you not smoke. I never met this woman in my life, and she was super famous. Is super famous. That's why I'm not telling you her name. I don't know if she quit smoking forever, but I do know one thing that happened. She didn't ask anybody else for a cigarette after that. That's a fact. Oh, and I do have to tell you one other sidebar. Personally, I liked Cesar Romero. He played the Joker in the 1960s Batman and Robin. You can watch it on MeTV right now. I think 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on MeTV on Saturday nights, right after Svengoolie. And of course, you can check it out on YouTube. He played the Joker, the original campy Joker. Well, this was like my second or third movie I was in. And I liked him. Always did. I don't want to speak ill of anybody, but let's just say that the gentleman was not G-rated. So not caring if I got kicked off the set, not knowing really, I never thought about it really. At one point I told him, "You need to shut up." I don't know if I called him Caesar or Mr. Romero. I said, "You need to shut up." He looked at me like, "Who do you think you are?" And he even said some stuff. We won't go there. I said, "I'll tell you who I am. I'm the child of the person that got you famous. It wasn't your agents. It wasn't the studios. It was my mom paying to see you in the movies or watching TV shows. It was me watching reruns of Batman and Robin. I went there, ladies and gentlemen. Back in the day, I just did not care. I was like 18, 19, like y'all, some of y'all. And boy, and man, woman, child, I wasn't playing. I said, not only are you going to shut your mouth around these children and not use foul language, you're going to shut your mouth, Mr. Romero. And that's how I addressed him. I was mad. You don't want to give me steam. All the glory goes to God. And Ivan, thank you for reminding me that it's God's job. That sometimes I let my Sicilian temper be like, "Hey, how you doing?" We won't go there, ladies and gentlemen. So I told him off like, man, like nobody's business. I said, and guess what else? You're going to take a picture with me. I said, "Oh, you're not?" "Okay, well, when I get all set, I'll just let all the media know what you were doing here in front of little kids. You know that F word you were using? And I don't mean fun. You know that foul language word and those other words that I overheard. I'll just let every media outlet know. How's that sound?" Because like I said, the public got you famous. You need to be quiet. So here's what's going to go down. You're going to take a picture with me. And someday I hope to find it again, just to prove to you I am not joking. But I love what he did. And he turned nice after that, by the way. The next day, not that time, he got me good. To the spirit of the late Cesar Romero, you wasn't I'm just a joker on TV. You got me good. Here's what he did, ladies and gentlemen. It was windy that day, and I did not have a tie clip. I had a suit jacket on, and I had a tie on. And he was sitting in the chair. This really happened, guys and gals. And I couldn't look down because, they're getting ready to take the picture. I said, Caesar, how's my tie look? He said, it looked good. Oh, man, I was like, oh, no, he didn't. I saw the picture. My tie looked like it was in 3 or 4 different directions. I said, oh, no, he didn't. But then when former President Ronald Reagan got back to California after he left, they showed a clip of his party, and Cesar Romero was there. I said, what did I do? That man knew the president. What, am I stupid or something? I didn't know. I really did that. I know what it sounds like, but it's true. And I was like, what did I do? And that was the last time I made a little bit of a blooper neither, by the way. But at any rate, so he got me good. So you see this picture, if I could ever find it again, would be nice. Oh, it was hilarious. Not only is he sitting there looking kind of mean, you'll have to see it if I can find it. And I'll put it on Facebook if I can find it. I promise you I will, as God is my witness. So what made it even worse is my tie looks bad. And as they snapped the picture, there was an actor playing a priest, because it was a church scene. So in the background, you see this priest with a cigarette in his hand. So when people didn't recognize who Cesar Romero was, they kept saying, why is that priest smoking? Why is that priest smoking? And I had to tell them it was the late actor, local actor, Bingo, that was his name, like B-I-N-G-O, Bingo O'Malley, or that was his acting name. It was hilarious. So you have Caesar looking like this, something like that, right? Mad. Yeah, my tie looking like I've been smoking something, which I wasn't. And then you got this. I want you to visualize this. You got this picture with a guy looking mad as can be. And the priest walking by with a cigarette in his hand, and my tie looking like, oh, mamma mia. Now, that was funny. And you know what? I'm glad that I did what I had done. And I like Caesar. Now, I will, in Cesar Romero's defense, I like the guy. I'm not going to hold anything against him. Every one of us are sinners. Trust me on that. But I liked him for a lot of reasons. Now, what was shocking to me was the next day he wasn't mad anymore. Now, what could have happened, I could have been thrown off that set so quick you couldn't even count. In fact, I could have been thrown off that set so fast that the world's fastest woman and the world's fastest man couldn't have got me off that set any faster. That could really happen. Trust me, I've seen people kicked off the set in movies. Oh, I've seen it. Lord knows I've seen it. I've never been kicked off the set because I'm generally a sweetheart. I really am. All the glory goes to God. God got me right. Now, am I a sinner? Yeah, I make mistakes. Oh, boy. But I'm kind of like that song sung by Frank Sinatra. Mistakes, regrets, I've had a few. But then again, too few to mention. Sort of like that. No, I'm not going to sing. But sort of like that. Now, I will tell you this. I was so glad that I got that photograph with Cesar Romero and all the guys I told you about, and women, because a lot of them are no longer alive, unfortunately. Even the late Doris Roberts was on that same movie. I don't know if she was playing Cesar Romero's wife or what. She was in the same scene. And I used to have a picture of her too. But when you move back and forth, a lot of times you lose stuff. Stuff that you don't want to lose, but it happens. She was nice. She didn't have a smart mouth or anything. She was wonderful. She was nice. I liked her. But of all the people that I met, and I've met people I haven't even told you about, one that I need to tell you about, one that actually gave me a break that could have made me a very wealthy man. A guy named Mike Farrell. You may have heard of a show called MASH. Ironically, Henry Morgan, that was on Dragnet, was the Colonel in MASH, for those of you that ever watched MASH. It's on MeTV also every night. I think 7 o'clock or something, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, Mike Farrell had something to do with, I think he was the producer of the first movie I was ever in. Well, at any rate, I ended up getting a gig for that, an acting gig for that. And boy, was that was story. But let's conclude and go back to Live Good to end this. Now, I hope you've been watching every 5 minutes, or your famous people every 5 minutes. I'm going to put that in the description for both videos. But you don't want to miss this. I'll tell you why. If you get into Live Good as a member, you pay $9.95 a month. If you become an affiliate at some point, and you may after you're a member, you might be happy enough to get in. I love you either way. But what I will tell you is Live Good keeps their word. We get paid, those of us who are affiliates and earn money, we literally get paid every Thursday. And we get our bonuses every month. Now, when you rank up, they have a slogan, rank up to bank up. And when you literally start ranking up, there are people around the globe in places that you may not have actually thought of. South Africa, other parts of Africa, the Philippines, China, India, Germany. I don't remember if they said Japan, but I think Japan too. People in the United States and other places, many, many countries on earth that are actually changing their lives. This is not hype. In a way, I kind of wish it was, but it's not. Why I say I kind of wish it was? I'll tell you why. Because being that it's real, if you don't believe it, so you don't do anything, it can hurt you. Now, if this was all made up and you didn't believe me, it couldn't hurt you. You not getting to Live Good could literally cost you money. Now, I know what you think. You think that I'm just trying to get you in there. And I understand that because I've seen those YouTube videos and everything else. They promise you everything and give you nothing, not anything at all. That's not Live Good. I can back it up. But, that being said, why do I want you to be an affiliate? I don't even know you. You're 18 or 29, you'd be like, why would I want to? I care about you. You know what I really want? Years ago, Prince had a song, When Doves Cry, and he would say, maybe I'm just like my mother, and she's never satisfied. I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied seeing people of all ages working for what they call minimum wage. I'm not satisfied seeing older adults in big box stores working themselves so hard and at whatever age they are. They should be able to do what they want on their time, any day, anywhere. And there are people that choose to be there. But I'm speaking about the people that can't pay their bills, can't survive without being there, and working so hard. I don't like that. You really know something that really gets me going? When I see senior or older veterans, American veterans, or for that matter, any veteran that fought for freedom or were willing to die for it. These men and women are heroes. When I see one of them working at a big box store, sometimes I'll ask them, are you here because you have to be or you want to be? The ones that tell me they want to be, I'm good. I'm glad they like it. The ones that tell me they have to be, and they're U.S. veterans, fought for freedom, and they have to be, oh, please don't get me started. Lord knows, I'll make a minister cry sometimes. No offense, minister, I don't mean it in an insulting way, but I can, and you can see that I can throw down like that. I may not be a boxer, but I can take care of the business when it comes to telling the truth. Nothing but the truth, so help me God. But in closing, here's the deal. Here's what I want for you. This is why I'm getting on your last nerve. I want you to go to livehealthyrightnow.com. I want you to go to livehealthyrightnow.com. One more time. Livehealthyrightnow.com. You got to put your right now. You don't want to be healthy tomorrow. You want to be healthy every day. At least I know I do. How about you? Well, you want to wait until you're sick and you're like, help me, please? Or do you want to be healthy now? I want to be healthy right now. That's why my name and my domain name is livehealthyrightnow.com. It's going to take you to the free tour site. 5 minutes and 55 seconds. If you can handle this, you can handle that. It just might change your life. Like the people in America or around different places on the planet. I promise you one thing. It will not hurt you. It will not hurt you. I guarantee you one thing. This is not the type of company you think it is. But don't believe me. It's okay. I'm good with that. I actually don't want you to believe me. Because if you go and you do your own research and look me up, for example, on Facebook or Google or YouTube, you're going to find out. There actually is a TV series called Humanity Matters Live. Or was, until a certain station did stuff that we won't go there. They shouldn't have done. Not the station, but, well, we won't go there. That's another one. There's another live someday. In closing, I want to impact your lives, even though I don't know you. I want to have impact on your life every single minute of the day. Everyone who needs income. I'm not speaking about necessarily the multi-billionaires or multi-millionaires. Hey, I care about you too. But you do not have to worry about your health care costs. You don't have to worry about going into the store and telling your child, I can't get you that for going back to school, which is going to happen in a few weeks. I'm shooting this August the 6th, 2024, 8:58 p.m. 8:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot of people out there are going to be getting into debt or not being able to take care of their children. I want you in Live Good. I want you to share the 5-minute free tour video that you will get like nobody's business. And you may, just may, start earning some additional income. I want what's best for you. I don't need to know you to care about you. Yeah, my long-winded 18-year-olds and 118-year-olds, you better believe I am. Better believe it. But when's the last time you had anybody advocating for you? When's the last time somebody told you the truth and didn't want something from you? I want something for you. I don't want to just be climbing that proverbial mountain and getting there. No, I still wouldn't be satisfied. I'd still be like Prince's mother from When Doves Cry. I'm serious. You see, I want people to be able to get what they need. Now later, if they keep going and doing the job, maybe they'll get what they want. But at least get what you need, your family needs, the food, the medical care, the shelter, whatever it is. I want you to have it. In closing, to the world's most famous musicians, athletes, whoever you are, politicians, superstars, like Beyonce, or I don't know, whoever it is that you can name, Selena Gomez or something. Hey, anybody and everybody, you need to check that out. LiveHealthyRightNow.com. I'm not telling you a lie here. I have 19 years to back up my credibility. And I've given you my personal texting number. You probably think, yeah, but that was centuries ago. I bet you wouldn't do it again. Oh, really? Well, you might not want to bet. 412-559-2731. El Torcaso, Torcaso, 412-559-2731. One last thing, and my great friend Ivan says, people don't meet El Torcaso. They experience it. I said, Ivan, you're a little bit confused. He said, why you say that? I said, that was the Jimi Hendrix experience way back in the 1960s. He said, oh no, there's an El Torcaso experience. I love Ivan. That cracks me up. Now, do you think and agree with me that I'm just a normal, regular, everyday human being that just happens to love people, want to see you succeed? Or maybe you're in Ivan's corner. Do you think this is the El Turcaso experience? It's not. It's a Jimi Hendrix experience in the 1960s. But do you agree with Ivan? There's an El Turcaso experience, and I'm a wee bit different? Or do you agree with me? I'm just a guy that loves on people. You decide. Text me at 412-559-2731. Now look, whether you do it or not, I love you. I'm still going to love those wonderful, famous people spiritually. I'm still going to watch Sam's movies, listen to Taylor's songs, listen to Bon Jovi. I forgot to mention you, John. You got some seriously good songs, you and your band. Maybe even the Rolling Stones. Oh, one thing, if anybody ever lets Mick Jagger see this, I know that ain't chance of that is about winning the Powerball 100 trillion times in a row, the jackpot. But if Mick Jagger ever did see this, or the Rolling Stones, Mick, I love your song. I can't get no satisfaction. But Mick, go to livehealthyrightnow.com and tell all your friends over there in the UK or worldwide. And you know what? Just like one of your songs, you may not always get what you want, but you just might find you get what you need. And one last thing, Mick Jagger, I'm in Live Good. I love your song. But Mick Jagger, I got my satisfaction. Woo, better believe I got it. And see this little old stuff? We don't treat, we don't prescribe, we don't cure, and we don't diagnose. But when I put it on my sore body, I'm like the late James Brown, but I had to give him a little bit of an upgrade. He used to say, I feel good. I put that on, I take my Factor 4, I drink my Super Reds. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to say it the way I normally say it, 'cause I don't need to give you a headache, but I feel great. I feel great. I had to give the late James Brown an upgrade because I don't feel good. I feel great. One last thing, all of you have greatness in you, like Les Brown says, he's here on YouTube. You also have genius in you. Don't laugh, I'm serious. You do. Start treating yourself better. And also check out Dr. Joe Dispenza here on YouTube. And of course, Les Brown, like I just said. And an amazing individual that I would put my life on the line for. I want you to watch his videos. Here, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I'm going to give you his name. Yeah, I'm going to name drop. I want you to watch the videos of Ivan Harris Sr. And go to Facebook and look up the amazing, astounding Sybil Presley. The incredible Jenny or Jen Hill. And the up-and-coming superstar, Anthony D. Edwards. Check him out on Facebook. And don't forget, you most definitely want to check out Timbo Miller. Yeah, you might want to know what time it is. Oh, and by the way, for the full disclosure, oh my, look at that. That's a watch, ladies and gentlemen. You see that? That's a watch, right? But when I say you need to go to Tim Miller's or Timbo Miller's Facebook page, and I say you need to know what time it is, I'm not talking about a watch. I'm not talking about that Apple Watch or the Fitbit. I'm talking about changing your life. You want a challenge and see if I'm telling the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God? My condolences to you. Why am I saying that? No. I'm not threatening you. No, I never do that. Why I say my condolences is when you put my name in the Google search engine. y'all gonna be like, oh, no, you didn't. And I didn't. Who do I think did it? Well, I can't answer. It might have been God somehow, indirectly or directly. I don't know. But I can tell you this. There's more than 3 links. I don't know how many there are, and I don't want to know, because there's a lot of links. But here's what it does for you. It proves that as much as you might think everything I said was not true, the bad news for you is this. I love you. That's not the bad news. Bad news is everything I said here is ironic. And in the words of a gentleman named Ivan, maybe I am the El Turcaso experience. I don't know. You decide. But here's the bad news. Everything I said about Live Good is true. Everything I told you about the movies is true. You can go to Facebook, and I'm pretty sure you can find my Martin Sheen and my picture together. And you can certainly see my bald head. It's blurry because it was from a TV movie from like 20, 30 years ago. Actually, I think it was 1991. I think that's what I saw. And you might see my bald head. It's like back down here, down here somewhere. How did I get a bald spot at 7 years old? Woo! She's gonna be mad, but let's just say one of my sisters, Diane. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all didn't hear that. Yeah, back in the day when I was 7 years old, my sister Diane, she got mad at my mom and dad for some reason. I don't know why. I'm sitting down in the kitchen by the window, came over and ripped the hair out my head. It's not pretty. And ever since 7 years old, I had a bald spot. I guess in a way it was good, because at least you could look for my bald spot when I told you I was in a movie back in the day. Yes, I had speaking parts back in the day too, but a lot of times all you saw was my bald spot. So my sister Rose would be like, "I can see your bald spot again?" I said, "Probably." I'm sorry it took 65 years. I hope you've been watching it 5 minutes at a time. To the past presidents of the United States, the spirit of the late George H.W. Bush, thank you for having your people answer my letter. To President William Jefferson Clinton, also known as Bill Clinton, thank you for answering my letter. Scared me to death just about, but thank you. George W. Bush, the son, thank you for answering my letters, which is a surprise. I was shocked every time I got one. Every time I would get something from the White House, it got me a little bit nervous. It didn't matter how good or bad it was. It was from the White House, the actual real White House. Yeah. Now, I love my country, and I love democracy. And I liked a lot of the presidents that I wrote to. But I don't care how much I like you. It's scary when you get something from the White House. Trust me. And just so that you know, if you're getting a letter from the White House, that means they know you. That means the Secret Service knows you exist. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I also got letters from Barack Obama. I will share one thing with you. Between Presidents George H.W. Bush and Barack H. Obama, I really don't know who answered me the most. But I was shocked every time. You don't expect to get an answer from the president or even the president's people. I don't expect it. Have I ever called the White House? I've called the White House comment line. Like I said, they know who I am. They know my cell phone number. They know 412-559-2731. In a different video, I might even tell you how they know it. Whoo, boy, do they know it. I will not go there. I will not go there. I will not go there today. But I can tell you, I just about had a heart attack at an event. We won't even go there. Woo-hoo-hoo. No, we ain't going there. I'll tease you a little bit. I was at a presidential campaign event. I called up the actual White House. I had a different number. Next thing I know, I hang up the phone. Somebody comes over to me, sir. I heard you had a little bit of a problem over here. And I'm like, okay. What problem do I have? I was getting ready to go home. I kid you not. Well, at any rate, I guess I might as well tell you real quickly. I was at an event with former President Bill Clinton. And they weren't letting me in as media. And so I called up the actual White House. Won't go there. And they said, well, we can't really do anything. So I figured, okay. I said, well, thank you. I understand that. I get it. I appreciate it. I just thought you should know what was going on, what wasn't right. They said, okay. So I hung up. So I'm getting ready to go. This guy comes over and says, sir, I understand you got a little bit of a problem. I said, yeah, I do, actually, if you want the truth. I said, there's a lady in there that don't know her business. She's trying to tell me as media that I can't be allowed in. I said, if anybody should be in there, it should be me. Not because I'm all that in the back, just because all the glory goes to God. But see, I was on what they call public access television. The airwaves, for those of you who don't know, are actually owned by the people of the United States. And every station back in the day, like NBC, Fox, and all that, and including a lot of these so-called cable companies, and I guess streaming companies, but the airwaves belong to us. So I explained something to this gentleman, and suddenly that very same person looked at me walking in, escorted with me and my girlfriend and our videography equipment. To say that her mouth was a little wide open, that's an understatement. But let me be honest about something. I'm not joking. If you call the White House, they know who you are. And I'm glad that they do. Why? Because I want my president and my members of Congress protected. I may not always agree with them, and I don't, but I want them protected. I don't know you, but I want you protected. One last thing, and I'm going to go, I promise. I don't care how famous or unfamous you are. I was in law enforcement training back in the 80s. I learned some stuff. I'm giving you one last piece of advice, all of you on social media. All of you that have your phone set to location and you tell people where you are when you're there. Stop! Stop it right now. I'm serious. It's 2 heart attacks. What you're doing can be seriously dangerous and can get you hurt or worse. Now let me throw down, because you need to know. This is life-threatening when you do that. Why? Because you're paranoid. Now, I was in law enforcement. I knew some stuff I'm not allowed to tell you 30 years later, and that's the truth. Here's what you're doing when you have your stuff on location. People can track you. People can hack you. So if you're out, let's say you're at a movie, and you get on there and you do a live or Twitter or X or Facebook, whatever it is, you do what you would call streaming, whatever you do, and you tell people where you are. If there's a bad person that wants to hurt you, you just told them where you are. Another thing is, be careful what you share on social media. You might be thinking, well, look what you just did. I know. But I am aware. So I take, let's just say that people may think I'm gullible because I share so much and I love you all so much. But I was in law enforcement training. And I know what I know. And I'm telling you, stop the location. You might think, oh, that's convenient. Oh, if I lose my phone, Google can help me. Yeah, yeah. But I swear to the heavenly, well, I don't swear, but I'm telling you, right hand up to God, hold up, I will. Seriously, I'm not joking. This goes for Taylor Swift and every one of her people, by the way. I'm serious. Stop it. It's not worth it. It's just not, guys and gals. Please don't do it. I never do it. Now, I might tell people where I was once I'm not there. Once I'm gone, I might tell you, oh, I went to this place, I had gone to that place, but not while I'm there. Guys, gals, people around the globe, stop. Because your life matters to this wild guy with a hard, loud chin. That's for real. And no, it don't hurt. I don't know why it's so like that, but it is. I'm serious. Stop. Just stop. You matter. Your life matters. Now, in the meantime, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you watch this video. I don't care if you hate me. I love you either way. But I'll tell you what, I do care about you having abundance. God bless you. I love you spiritually. 412-559-2731. I'm L, never knows how to shut up. I'm just kidding. But hey, when it comes to you, I will talk as long as I need to, because you matter. Oh, it ain't polite to point. I don't care. You matter. That's for dramatic purposes. But you do matter. In the meantime, just remember one little old thing. LiveHealthyRightNow.com. You famous? You care about your fans? You really care about your fans, huh? I wonder if you really care about your fans, or if you might be not being honest. Because if you really care about your fans, you're going to direct them to go to LiveHealthyRightNow.com. You yourself go to LiveHealthyRightNow.com. In the meantime, I love you.